Turn the mic on. Welcome to Rusty's No Man's Sky Connection. I am Rusty, playing No Man's Sky. Going to do a little bit more on this permadeath save, and then we'll go through and get back into the get back into the expedition. This is the final day for drops, as I understand it, day 5. If you are collecting drops, I do expect to be on at least for the next 3 hours, and possibly for more than that, 4 to 5 hours. It's not unusual for me. I've got a print job going that when that finishes, I am going to be cleaning that up. All right, I needed chromatic metal for power for setting up power. Back to being short on oxygen. With that, for oxygen, we are going to be getting that from my other base, but we don't need it right now. Need X. Transfer from storage. Now, some of you may notice that I put some had some indium over in my exocraft, and well, I do, but I also made sure that I would not be tied to that. I can continue, I can do things here without. Actually, what I should do is grab from Starship some gold and some silver. You could add some more to that silver. Matter of fact, let's do that. Shoot the refiner first, and then get it to tell it who's boss and what we're expecting of it, right? Just want one, because that'll get me 250 silver. Toss that into the exosuit. Let's not shoot the banker, though. All right. Let's grab one of these. Let's grab 2. Could grab that chromatic metal and save myself some trouble, but not going to. And we'll back up a little bit. Being up close and personal can be nice, but sometimes the equipment's not so confident that we're doing the right thing. All right. Over on the printer, I had to restart that print job. I looked at it earlier and realized there's nothing going on there. Well, it's not good. So, that's been restarted. Still is only... Alright, only a few pieces, so X to add more. And this I put in here. X to add more. And this is in here. We need to change that, don't we? Or don't I? And there's our first batch. And I am absolutely certain that at some point somebody's going to say, but you're using up all that indium. Let me remind you that indium is one of the magical chromatic metals. Or stellar metals, I guess they call it. When I am done, I will have at least as much as I started out with. How can you say that? That's not how it works. Normal physics, you're right. That it doesn't work that way in normal physics. In game physics, it works just fine. It's like I recall from years ago reading Robert Heinlein's various books, and one of them he has his main character flying in a starship between star systems, and talking about using water. And one of the things he pointed out was that, yeah, I don't need to worry about running out of water. Our process, the method our system uses to travel between systems, generates more water than it uses. You end up at a net positive, and it just works properly. We don't have that physics going on in No Man's Sky, but it's not that far off from it. I think four of these should be more than enough. All right, I have one. Okay, we're good there. As a matter of fact, 4 should give me enough excess to restock that indium, and like I say, we'll be left over. We'll have some left over. Which reminds me, I should probably... I've had to reboot systems all along here. It occurs to me I did not get Discord fired back up. Excuse me. And this will be 4. Now you can make a positive growth using Emerald as well. Welcome. Hey there. MC Cowgirl, huh? I do hope you enjoy the stream. Let me know if you have questions. I will try to talk. I will admit that I'm one of those people that can get accused of mansplaining things. Sorry. All right. This and this into the starship. Give this. We'll transfer that to the starship too. Now we've got some leftover. There's 500 there. There's another 500. 101, and I really don't need quite that much, but this will restock our indium, goes into storage, a little bit of extra, stays stuck in storage. Well, we'll take that over to the exocraft. And I'm doing all this because I want a reliable source of uranium. If you are here for drops, feel free to say yes or no. Or make announcements as to having received any. It's much appreciated. I've completed getting all my drops for today, and I appreciate that it can be useful for people. So say so if you need to. If you need me to stick around longer, I will do that. I'm tentatively here for the next 3 hours. Possibly 4. I can be here till 8 a.m. my time, which is when I believe they are cutting off the time for drops. But if everybody's got like 3 hours and 40 minutes or something, and you're just here for 20 minutes, that's fine too. I hope you get your drops if you're looking for that. If you're on YouTube and not sure what I'm talking about for drops, on Twitch, if you are a No Man's Sky player and watching the Twitch feed, you can get drops for awards or things that you can use to play No Man's Sky. All right. Now we're heading back over to my exocraft. You may notice that I did not grab the extra indium out of my storage when I came over here. I'll have the exocraft over by storage in a bit. No need to carry it around. All right, first up, we are going to need a battery. So, oh, I am shy on best carbon. I guess we'll get the battery a little bit later. So I want 2 of these. Fortunately, I can make 8, right? And let's wire them together. And let's grab some piping and let's get a pipe going from here down to camp. Why does that not look like I made it? Did it get dropped underground that fast? Oh, yep, it did. Okay. I will admit I am not great at control with the mouse and keyboard. I am one of those bad, unfortunate players who got used to playing with a controller on a PS4, and the game just doesn't feel right unless I'm playing using a controller. I'm more than happy to use a Xbox controller, but like I say, not all that good with a mouse and keyboard. Now this might be a little bit long. We'll see. Too close to Starship. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can get under it. Okay. All right. And the astute observer will note that I've got 2 here, and this one doesn't have anything attached to it. Whereas this one, supply depth storage is empty, but it will be collecting uranium. And how long till the next one? Well, 4 hours and 36 minutes until full. So we're good there. I am afraid I need oxygen. And with that, I'm going to put in an oxygen generator. If I can. Oddly enough, this is the one that is a oxygen harvester, not generator. It is a base part as opposed to a portable. Whereas the 2 other mining ones are portables. All right. Yes, I can make metal plate from what I've got, but hey, there's 72. Let's just collect a few. After all, that's what is money for if it's not for making what it is you're looking for. Okay. And again, we're putting oxygen generator down. And while I did get 70 some odd, that is not what... Okay. I don't like the fact that it's down there. So we're going to do something a little bit different. Going to switch multi-tool attachments to the mining terrain manipulator. There we go. And we are going to switch modes. Ah, that's how you adjust that. Okay. There we go. All right. Now, let me switch. That doesn't look right. Ah, I see. I was too close to it. May still be. All right. And now we put the generator up where it's at the altitude or elevation we're looking. And you can do that pretty much anywhere. So if you're sitting at a one of the things I've done with that is set up a oxygen generator at the window level of a planetary archive. Meaning that if you've got a base that's in a planetary archive and you set up the generator there, it will work. All right, going to. This has been running for 4 hours, so we can harvest pretty much some of this stuff. Let's see what we get. Frost crystal. Frost crystal. It's not been 4 hours. All right. I'm going to need my I need to stop looking like I'm running around drunk, don't I? All right. Quick. Other direction. And that's not what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. All right. Now I can come in here and put down a couple of plants. So we're doing this one as a similar biodome to what we had across this way here. So I need 2 of these. And apparently I'm not far enough back. Okay. I need 4 of these. I'm going to need 2 of those in here. And then we'll see what we can put in of everything else. And I put in some of these. Looks like I can do some. I need 4. I can put in 2. So let's put 2 in on this side. And it's complaining about the biome. The real complaint is that I'm too close. Looks like I can put in a few of these, or a couple of them anyway. be able to put in at least one of these. So for this one, I want to get back to the door. I like it on the opposite side from the door. All right. Okay, I observed earlier we've got a buried technology up here, buried cache up here. Mark it, and let's go collect it. Oops. So if you're wondering what it is I'm building here, I hope you can read it from the title, is basically I'm building a collection of bases that will allow me to earn a billion units a day. All right, let's charge that up. Now, a billion units a day seems like a lot, but it turns out that if you can make cryogenic chambers, those can be sold for a fairly significant amount of money. 250,000, 260,000 units, or million units. And at 250 million units, actually, I think it turns out to be less than 250 million units. Not critical, or not critically important. All right, what did we get there? We got one of those. So we get some more nanites. Let's see. Let's get this over to the roamer. All right. And part of the decision making in setting this base up as, or setting up this space as a base, was not just the fact that there was a uranium deep mine deposit, but there's also a radon deep mine deposit. So we switch over, and it's 119, 120 U away. So we wander our way over that direction. Turns out it's just over the edge of this hill here. If I remember right. $30 over here. It's a C class, which means it'll take a while longer, or we can put in more recovers or hits, mining This structures. And right about where I was standing, somewhere right around this area, it would be 40U. Don't care. What I care about is that we can put something reasonably close to it. All right. I need a flat spot. That should do fine. And that should be fine too. Oh, all right. Now, we are a bit far from our exocraft, but maybe we can do it. Let's see. I need a one of these. Get 2 in. Just need 1 for now. And 1 of these. And this is probably not going to be exactly correct as far as a placement, but I'm not worried about that. Now, as far as I know, I can't build it inside structure. Actually, it looks like I could have. Okay. Okay, let's see. Can we put in 2 of these? No. I need what? Gold. Fortunately, I have access to gold. Just a little out of reach at the moment. Let's bring in option 2 for that. I believe I've got gold there. Let's take a look. Yes, I do. Again, not doing that right. I know. All right. So, there we go. that. Let's switch build view. Layer. All right. Now, both of these need, or do I have it? Check. I have 21 there. I have none, or none here. Okay. P50. Move that here. And that's out of power. We need more solar power over here. All right. We're going to start with the condensed carbon we've got. And we're going to add a stack of oxygen. And I had a question on my last video or posting. Somebody asked what that robot is in the bottom corner of my screen. I presume they're talking about the bottom right corner. That is an Ender 3 3D printer. Currently, I am printing a parts for a circular knitting machine. My sister-in-law happens to be a seamstress and very good at sewing and knitting. And one of the things she observed is it's taking her about 12 hours to knit a pair of socks. And so we'll see if this helps or not. It's not going to help initially. That's kind of a presumption. You have to learn how it is what you're working with functions in order for you to get to where it will be productive. But if you start there, you end up in a better position. Now, normally I would crunch part of this down into carbon, but I've got plenty of carbon right now to the point where I probably didn't need to do that, but hey. And for those wondering, yep, almost all the creatures here are cataloged. All right, we are putting in a battery, and I would like it to line up here, and then we wire it in. And let's go head over to the can we see it from? No. Now we can. All right. Battery. I would consider putting in more, but when it comes down to it, I don't need a lot of batteries here. Um, or I should say, I don't need a lot of what this one is growing or collecting. I will need a lot of the radon, and so there we'll be looking at adding more batteries and more solar panels and such like that. But one of the things I did not do was to check to see how far away we might have a electric generator or electric source here. So no, did not need to do that. All right, let's go. All right, no nearby hotspot here either. Range at the moment, I believe, for finding or seeing hotspots is either 350 to 400 U, which just isn't quite enough. On the other hand, a hotspot that's farther than that away from you is going to take a lot longer to get or make useful. Specifically because you've got to add functionality that it doesn't come with. All right. Let's put in another battery if we can. Actually, I want to put in several more batteries if I can. And I need more magnetized ferrite. All right. Now we use this. Oh. Stop getting too close, Jay. scares the natives. How much do we have? 25. Alright. That should be enough for the first batch. In case you're not aware of it, this is one of the reasons you really want to have one of these medium refiners. Is you can make magnetized ferrite by combining ferrite dust, pure ferrite, and silver. Now we're going to run out of pure ferrite in a moment here. It's fine. We'll still have 125 ferrite or magnetized ferrite. So let's put this back in storage. Put this back in there as well. Again. What I'm about to do, you can do on any medium or large refiner. Any refiner that has 2 or more inputs. This part, you just need a single input, so it can go into either the backpack refiner or a portable refiner. But once if you do it in medium or large, you're not using up your supply of carbon. Condensed carbon, or carbon modified oxygen. Okay. On the other hand, I have some oxygen. Not nearly as much as I'd like, but enough to get us started. And somebody will be out there saying, but you could have just used the pure ferrite you got to make more magnetized ferrite. Yes, I can. And I can still do that. But remember what that process gave us. For every 1 ferrite dust and 1 pure ferrite plus 1 silver, it gave us 5 magnetized ferrite. As I recall, the ratio was different a while back, but it's a reasonably good way to make a lot of core material. All right, that goes there. This comes over here again. Unfortunately, this part is the long drawn-out part. And since the sun is up and we're sitting here, let's go put up some more solar panels. It won't help us overnight because we're not fully charging the... But if we can We're not fully charging what we've got, but if we can make a few more, add them to the mix. Hey, I can put in 3 more. And build camera. 1, 2, 3. Wire them. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. Now that gives us 6 solar panels, which on its own should be enough power for overnight on these things. All right, do we what? Okay, inventory. Can I make one yet? Should be 8. No, I still only got 25. Okay. Let's rearrange these. Ah, we got lots of that. Good. Let's give this guy some more condensed carbon. Any device that'll take 40 carbon and give you 250 oxygen in its place, or even a fraction of that, is good in my book. $118 plus 91 would be 129. Or 219, sorry. 209. Yes, I can do addition simple and subtraction in my head sometimes. It's the sometimes that bothers me. Now we're going to do some addition and subtraction with the refiner. So we'll start by grabbing all of the ferrite dust I've got here and put 250 of it here. And there's the other 88 of it. To that 88, we add this 118. And I put this back in the suit. Just 206. Not 208 because I had the number. But that's okay. For what I'm doing this time, that doesn't matter. part of the process is a little faster. Okay, that goes there. This gets this. That gets a can of this. This gets this. And I believe we've got some more silver here. Pop it off. Begin. And every minute it will crank out 250. Alright. Check the battery now. Okay, this battery is full, but it is not enough power for this stuff to be run overnight, much less what we're going to end up adding. And unfortunately, I do not have a reference power, whatever you want to call it, the geomagnetic electrical source. At least not one that I was able to detect. There's the first one. We can get a total of 5 of these. A minor reminder to me that I'm doing this for a reason. Let's see if we can get did not get it in time. Oh well. We're going to there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I don't like about this one. There are times when you do not get the oxygen you're scheduled you're looking for. Okay. And make the last batch. Now, I'm going to convert this last batch back into pure ferrite because I do need more. All right. And now we're going to build. We will need this. Yep. And now we need more pure ferrite. Yeah. Put in one of these. Now I need some glass. I'm putting in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to need 5 glass per, so I need 7 or 35 glass. That's bummer. All right. Put in what we can. One more, so let's put that on the end here. Oh, I can get more. I know what I did wrong. I left something a little ways away. So now I need 8 glass. Okay. Right. Need to... All right. We will need to wire that up later. Mm. Yes, we are. All right. So I am going to need to make more of these. All right. I need metal plate, chromatic metal, and gold for those. Fortunately, I can come over here and get more of this. And put it in here. Now, do I have enough? Um, I could make 11. Do not know if that's going to be enough. I think it's going to be enough to get it started. So, all right. Going to need more than 2 batteries, but it'll be a start. put in some more plants. An hour, eh? I have a suspicion that means that my other base is in much better shape. I should be able to collect some over there. As mentioned earlier, if you're here for drops and you want to let people know that you got your drops here, I'm perfectly okay with that. If you'd rather not let people know, I'm okay with that too. Now, it took a fair amount of time to build this first base. Not so much the building issue as the populating it with both star bulb and gamma root. But with a round like that, making gamma or collecting gamma root works just fine. Back to my other base, new base. I can put in 9, huh? And the limiting factor on those 9 is the amount of uranium I've got. On the other hand, I can make actually, I should be able to go get star bulb. No, let's plant more of the frostwood if we can. Got 2 here, 4 in there. Alright, this side is going to be just the, or it's going to be circuit boards. Okay. So it needs 2 frost wood per. And I can put in 24. 1, 2. Also, the end one on this floor is going to be frost crystals. And since I'm only putting in 8 more in this round, we should be good. Then we're going to put in 6 of the gut-root flowers. Now, honestly, it does not matter if you do what I'm doing and set up each of the biodomes in sets like this. I do it because it works for me. Does not necessarily mean it's going to work for anybody else. And we got 72 out of that, even though I'd had more oxygen, more carbon. All right, more condensed carbon. I am going to say that was not the best idea. Oh well. we have a kitty cat coming along. Hey, dude. Hey. Okay. Do not believe that's... Oh. Yeah. That's not going to work. I'm going to need more solar panels. And more batteries. So a limiting factor on solar panels right now is what? Chromatic metal. Oh. Well, let's get some chromatic metal going then. Ta-da. We're out of gold? Oh, got plenty of gold. Okay. Silver could be a little interesting. All right. And he went away. Oh. And by he went away, I do mean he keycapped. My apologies, but I do need to stretch out the legs just a couple of minutes. I am still here. Yay. say I need to stretch out my legs, and then I don't. I'm in the same aggravated position as I was in before. All right. 5th day with these large refiners. You'll notice that it says output of 250 for both of these, but it's going to output 270 of this process. If you are in the refiner, like I am right now, when it finishes that process, there will be 270 available for you to pull it when you pull it, as long as you don't get out of the refiner. If you do get out of the refiner, that number will go from 250 or 270 to 250. And yes, I've been bitten by that more than once. But as a result, it's going to time out here at 0, but it's still going to be cranking away. That's because it's got another 20 to process. Now, if you want to, one of the things you can do is start by saying, okay, it's going to be outputting at a volume of 30 per. Each 30 is going to take 12 seconds. Do 40 is going to take 1 minute and 36 seconds. So 6 of the next 12 seconds are not what it's counting for to get up to 250, but the full amount ends up being a minute and 46 or a minute and 52 seconds, I think. All right. Hey, little miss. Go ahead. Little Miss, our calico, is in the process of wending her way past me, hoping not to get picked up or petted or annoyed in any way, touched, given the impression that her freedom of movement is not the preeminent item to be aware of, as she winds her way past me to get to, hey, welcome. Lurking is fine. Hopefully, it's you or what you see in lurking is useful. If it's not, that's fine too. Or here. I just get a counter at the bottom of my screen saying how many people are lurking or here. Okay, the dot was our little miss, aka cricket, stepping on my keyboard. Hit both a period and an enter key. I think she hit the numpad. Okay, that's probably going to be enough for now. But we'll stop there. I am going to put up a couple of lights. They are in here, I believe. Not here. Let's put up a yellow light. And a green light. And then I need to wire green light and that. So it's green, or it's on. This light needs a solar panel. And this is kind of overkill, but what this gives me is an indicator that the sun is up or that we're running on batteries, or if both are out, it indicates that we've lost batteries. All right. I can put in 26, you say, huh? First of all, let's turn them around. And let's do this in pads. Let's do 9 per block here. 1, maybe do more than 9. 2, there. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. As somebody who has done electrical work, wiring things up that way seems like a really bad idea. But the system allows us to do it. Which doesn't make it a good idea. All right. We have not maxed out what we're going to do, but this actually is a good number here. That may not be. We will see. Not going to worry about the radon at this point. Will later. All right. We are planting gamma root. And we'll plant more again in a while. All right. Batteries are fully charged, but we've only got 2,700, 270,000 kp. Maybe running a shy of what we need. All right. As you heard the clock go off a few minutes back, it is just after midnight now. I'm going to quickly hop into my starship. Which will get me the ability to hop out, which gives me a save. Hop inside, and I'm going to stay here, and we can watch the batteries and everything and see if I need more battery power. The solar panel on the right will time out first. The yellow light will go away. And then if the batteries are insufficient capacity, which I think they are, the green light on the right will go away as well. But I'll be back shortly. And like that, the sun is set, so the yellow light is out. And take a look at the batteries here. This generator is helping things a bit. I've still got 6 hours left on it. Batteries. We have 8 minutes until they're drained. And it's going to be 12 minutes for sunlight. So yes, we are definitely going to need more batteries. Which means we need more condensed carbon. So let's take condensed carbon, put it there. The oxygen there. Yeah. So right now, a third of our, well, something or over a third of our night. No, something under a third of our night on this planet is going to be without power. And we are getting close to being done with that 3D print, at which point I've got one more print I want to do in this color if I've got filament. I do. I should say I've got enough filament. That is hopefully going to be done about the time I get back to playing later today. I'm not quitting the game or this session for that. I'm referring to the fact that I will be taking a break at some point this morning. And when I do that, we will that print job should be in print or in process. All right. So let's take a quick survey around. I've got 3 batteries here. I think I've got 3 batteries up on the roof. Yes. Let's get 3 more over there. Okay, let's put 3 here. It's not going to help for this night. So battery is going to be dead in under 2 minutes. And it's going to be 6 minutes before, or over 6 minutes. However, we've now doubled the battery storage. That should be enough to get us through the night now. We will need more when I get this base fully kitted out, but for the moment, we should be good. Other than right now. Hey, more uranium. All right. Let's do something about this. I need a floor. Well, no, I need stairs. Well, yeah, I do need a floor. Mini floor. There. Then stairs. Okay, so I need 7 more, which means I need basically the next drop. And do we get information on when that's going to happen? Not really. Other than we've got 2,250 storage and 4 hours and 25 minutes to go. Let's call it 4.5 hours for 2,250. 1,000 should be just over half of that, so 2.25 hours. 500 should be an hour, a little over an hour, a little under an hour, a little over an hour, and it could be something like 30 minutes for the next 250. But that may not be quite accurate. All right. Red blood base. It will be fully charged in 4 minutes and 39 seconds. And we will be generating power for 13.5 minutes. Did we get a bird spawned in? Well, we got a creature that spawned inside of one of our starships, or our biodomes. Let's go see if we can see him from in here. Not in here. He's having a little difficulty. I'd open a window for him, but well, windows don't work. All right, inventory time. This isn't going to be useful. And we got all right. There's that. He's in. Okay. Got plenty of that. No. All right. Alright. I need another wall there. And then a door above it. Okay. And yes, I am going to be putting in another floor of these. 8 more, to be exact. Which is not quite going to double the load, but it's going to have a significant amount to do with that. There you go. Close to doubling the load, power-wise. How are we doing making oxygen lines here? Okay. This time we may do that. Let's see. I have been asked before if I talk while I'm on the stream, and I do. I do tend to respond better or talk more when people are asking me questions, because sometimes I can help. Sometimes I can't. But knowing what the question is tends to make any type of a response to that question a lot easier. Which is not me hinting that you need to be asking questions here. It's just an observation. Ah, another one hooked up in here? Dudes, I appreciate your swinging by and saying hi, but I don't think that's good for you. All right, these are not ready for plucking. On the other hand, let's go take a look over at another base. Now there will be times as a Permadeath player where you'll be able to go to a trade terminal like this, and they will have paraffinium. And because I am going to need paraffinium, I'm going to buy paraffinium. But as you may have noticed, not a lot of paraffinium. So let's pop on down to the end of the row here. Take a look. All right. Star bramble we can collect. Not the cactus, we don't need, nor the star bramble, which we do. We'll get the star bramble. And some frost work this trip. Did not. Yeah, okay. One of the features, options, however you want to call it, and I'm not entirely sure how useful this tip is, but occasionally you can plant duplicates of plants in transfer spaces. Now, it might be one of those things that they fixed with Fractal, and I'm not saying it's good or bad if they did. Just there have been the option of doing or collecting that in the past. All right. This we picked up. There's over 2,000 star bulb. None got over here. All right. I do not think I'm going to need any of these. So we'll get it over into the starship for now. I am definitely going to need more of that. But let's go see how much we can plant. And yes, I can get a base wiring hider, whatever you want to call it. I just haven't. And it's night. And battery says it is going to take 15 minutes, 42 seconds to drain. Solar panel says we will have sunlight in 10 hours and 37 minutes. All right. Let us see. Can I put in some plants? Specifically these. I've got 14 I can put it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, and 4. That's all I'm putting in here. Okay. All right, limiting factor now is the amount of um, airfinium I have. So, if we split this in half, that should get me 225. If I've got the chlorine, I need 225 chlorine. I have 113. Actually, I have 113 chlorine, 225 salt. I have 113 salt. Okay. How are we doing here? Nice. Now, in normal mode, many planets you can buy either salt or chlorine on. Just can't do it